Hey, all, my name is Kurt. I'm here with Trenton. Welcome to SLB Basement Bourbon Bar. And today, Trenton, is our final episode of our Friday series, the blind series that we've been doing, tasting our top 5 bourbons in different price increments according to our patron group.
I gotta be honest, I'm actually kind of sad that this is coming to an end. I know we're still going to be doing blinds on Fridays and everything, but it's kind of been fun, especially, not that it hasn't been fun at the higher price tier, but like the lowers, I don't go to some of those as often as I probably should. So it's kind of cool to pit all those up against it. I'm excited for the live stream tonight.
It
see
is.
What comes out
it
on
is.
Top.
Let me cover that real quickly with you. Tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, don't miss it. We're going to be blinding in some form or fashion. I think we're going to go with the bracket format, aren't we, Trenton? That was decided.
Is Kent?
I'm not sure if my brother got sick. He's not feeling well. He's got a bad sinus infection. I'm not 100% sure, but Justin's going to be here.
Oh, cool. Okay.
He's going to stand in the gap and take charge
of
this bracket style, somewhat tourney that we're going to have with all the winners of our blinds that we've been doing. Just you and me, buddy. It'll be just you and me.
If you want to see your boy win.
So let me go over that real quick with you. I got it here with me, Trent. These are the winners of every blind that we've had so far. Under $20, very old Barton 100 proof. Between $20 and $30 is Early Times bottled in bond. $30 to $40, Maker's Mark cast strength. $40 to $50, Knob Creek single barrel. $50 to $60, Wild Turkey rare breed. $60 to $70, Maker's Mark 46 cast strength. Over 80 and over, Peerless double oaked. And tonight we'll figure out the 8th winner. What our patrons have decided, and we are actually going to do a blind Trenton tonight of 5 somewhat allocated, somewhat limited, and I say that no unicorns were in this list whatsoever. No,
none.
So we had our patron live stream just a couple nights ago, and they've decided the 10. They even chose they said the yays or the nays on the 10 that they were able to vote on, and these were their top 5.
It was an interesting discussion for sure.
It was. These were their top 5 in the voting. By far, Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C923 was in first place.
That had to have made it in there.
Weller Antique 107 was second place, and just a couple votes under that was E.H. Taylor Small Batch. Maker's Mark DNA Project, the 120 proof bottle, was in 4th place. And in 5th place, Trenton, we allowed one of our SLB picks, and the patrons voted in our Blue Note pick, the barrel blend, when we went down there and we blended a couple barrels together. So that's
good. I'm excited to see how it shakes out against all these heavy hitters.
Yeah, me too. And that's up on the bar. That's on the bar top somewhere. And as usual, my lovely wife poured all the glasses here with the bottles that I just mentioned, and we have absolutely no idea what's in each glass. She is the only one that knows.
She didn't give me any hints or anything?
Are you kidding me?
No, I shouldn't.
I didn't even try this time, guys. I usually try every time. I didn't even try.
It's pointless anymore. She's too good.
She is.
All right.
She's pretty sharp.
All I know is that it smells like heaven up here. Whatever that smells like. If I had to guess, that's probably what this smells like up here. It's delicious.
And these have been extremely tough, Trent. These have been all these blinds because we've been tasting the best of different price categories, and it's not, you don't have no clunkers in there. It's not easy.
I would almost be interested at some point to do like a unicorn blind, but I know that for some people it might not even be super interesting because a lot of folks can't get that stuff, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's true.
This stuff, like especially when you get towards that lower tier, is stuff that's accessible to hopefully most folks. That's
what our patrons decided, and I sided with them. I think it was well done. Good choices.
So it's like a cherry vanilla Coke.
Oh, brother, yeah, cherry.
Yeah,
good one, dude. Yeah, cherry Coca-Cola, cherry vanilla.
Wow, that is delicious.
The other boys turned me on to Kyle and Corey turned me on to the Coke Zero.
Really?
Vanilla cherry Coke Zero.
Really?
This kind of gives me that vibe.
Okay.
I've only had it a couple times.
All right.
They're the ones that kind of hooked me up with that.
They have like a strawberry cream soda Dr. Pepper kind of thing going on. I want to try it, but I like, my veins bleed Dr. Pepper. That's how I love it. All right.
All right, bub.
Wow, that's just so good. It's like very desserty almost.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful cherry note, dude, bro.
I'm going to go with A. Mom?
Yes.
A would be my first place. That's
so
stupid good.
The cherry shines through, and it is a wonderful cherry note. Am I right,
It is.
Trenton? I mean,
Beautiful.
It's not medicinal in any way, shape, or form.
Ripe, like you just plucked a full fresh one off a tree.
Yes, beautiful, fresh cherry. Amazing.
I thought I had a cherry tree in my yard. Took a nibble out of one of them. It was not a cherry. I don't know what it was. I took a little bite, so I felt fine afterwards. I think it was an apple, but it was like a real mushy apple. So I don't know what a cherry tree looks like, but it had holes in it because like worms and things. But we got a bunch of random trees in our yard.
Apple and a cherry are
you eat
very different.
Well, I'm not that bright.
Sizes.
You eat around the worms.
These these are like really small, so I thought it was a cherry. I was like, oh, it wasn't quite crabapple size either, but they were red, like a reddish white kind of thing.
Show me.
Yeah.
A little bit of vanilla in there too, Trent, but that cherry, I just can't get over the cherry.
I'm in love, whatever it is.
It's great. All right, I'm going to move on to B.
I'm just going to put like love out of 5. Now that just
call
throws
it that,
that throws everything out the window.
Call it that. Huh.
Quite a bit different.
Yes, for
check.
sure.
I gotta check my list.
I'm struggling. I have to be honest. I'm struggling just a touch
On the nose, I am also.
for the aromas on this one.
It almost seems like it's a bit like there's like a cloud of like ethanol or like some kind of like a vapor kind of thing. It's making it hard to pick anything up. It's almost like there's a little cloud sitting over top of whatever's going on. A little sweetness, but that's honestly all I'm
a little
getting.
bit of sweetness, and I'm going to call it a light caramel. I was struggling a little bit with that.
Ooh. There it is.
Thank God. The palate, really good.
It's almost. I get like a peanut butter.
Yes, a little peanut butter, definitely some caramel toffee in there going on. It's all around that peanut buttery caramel toffee-ish.
You ever have like a what do they call that stuff in the jar? Not peanut butter. It's like that the marshmallow fluff. It's like a marshmallow fluff peanut butter sandwich kind of thing.
Did you eat those two when you were small?
Never had one.
Corey and Kyle ate the
That's what it seems like it would be.
I remember.
Do you remember that?
I don't remember that ever.
Corey and Kyle
Really?
ate the bejeebers out of that.
I never remember that. But it's nice. It's toasty. It's kind of
Not me.
light. It's a little like bready, if that makes sense. It's kind of like it's on the heavier side, like a bread might be.
Yeah, I like
But
it.
it's like a sweet marshmallow and a little peanut butter kind of note going on.
That's great, dude.
Ooh, I just ate. So this is the latest we've ever filmed.
It is.
By the way,
we had a lot of work.
It's almost 9 p.m.
Both Trent and I have been just dead swamped, and it is what it is. Keeps us moving, right, bro? Keeps us.
It
moving.
does.
I like it though, bud. Honestly, I mean, it's a completely different animal than that's for sure. But I really like that peanut buttery, toffee, caramelish.
I would say it's more of a
Nice.
traditional. It offers more traditional pours, especially like comparing it to A might not be fair, but B is like a little bit more oaky, a little bit more of a dark, nice sweetness, but like a little bit more of a traditional bourbon feel. Whereas this almost feels like you mixed it with cherry Coke.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Right.
Delicious. All right, what do we got? B,
Very
C?
good. On to C.
Oh my God.
Is your night getting better?
I don't know what that is, but I like it. I honestly really struggle with butterscotch versus maple.
Yeah, this is more mapley
Is it?
to me.
I really gotta eat. You got any butterscotch candies over here?
No, I don't think we do, bud.
You gotta throw these out. These are hard.
Well, you're gonna kill somebody.
I know. No, there's none in here. You have like weird candies in here, man.
Probably got them for you. I got those for you. Those are
Coffee?
coffee beans, man. For cocktail garnish. Just stay out of the drawers. Come on now.
I want a butterscotch candy.
Focus.
That's good.
It is
It's,
good.
It's syrupy.
It
Thick.
is.
Thick.
Mapley, and almost get a little cocoa out of that. Almost a little chocolate.
You think so? Oh, good lord. That will kick me in the back of the throat. A little bit. That's the...
That's just slapped me around, and I mean, that's just glorious.
Okay. You're not going to elaborate.
It's so good. brown sugar.
I gotta get back to that because the
caramelized brown sugar, baking spices.
It surprised me a little bit with that kick.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely some proof.
Really deep, dark, rich flavors.
Absolutely. 100%. Almost a tiny touch of allspice. Baking spices. Really rich, beautiful brown sugar in there. It's not really a molasses thing to me. It's like a super dark and rich brown sugar.
I'm like struggling to come up with words because it's like I feel like this has one of the most in your face kind of mouthfeels that I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because it's like so dense. I don't know, man. That's delicious.
This, you know what it's going to be? This is going to be rough.
It is, yeah.
This is going to be rough.
I'm scared.
All right, we're going to move on to D.
D, oh yeah. Ooh. That's like a light, little crispy, refreshing fella right there.
Yeah.
It's like you're la 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 skipping through a little field of tall grass with a little puppy or something, you know.
With Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that dog, man. He pees on me a lot.
Jordy, he's the best
That's
dog,
right.
and he jumps on you
I don't know why I get peed on.
every time.
It's not my fault. I'm just trying to give him a little belly rub, and then I get urinated on. Come on.
That's our youngest dog. A new puppy. How old is he now?
4 months.
4 months. Cooper. Little black lab. Just a cute little
Cooper, a peer.
thing. He's a nice dog.
It has like the grain note in this is pretty prominent.
Yeah, it is.
Like a barley kind of vibe, or like a malted grain of some sort. It's giving me that kind of thing.
I don't know if I get that per se.
No, I'm still kind of.
I get a little cherry note out of this one as well, but nothing as prominent as A for sure. So it's in there, a little bit of faint cherry.
I'm still like
Definitely some grain of some sort going on there. I don't know if it's actually a malted grain, but there's definitely some grain notes.
I don't know
But
if
on the
I
sweeter side, maybe some honey.
yeah.
Something like that.
A little funkiness that would come from a honey. I could see it.
Yeah.
If I don't know, if I was like bouncing around in a little combine, like harvesting some grain or something, I could imagine it having a similar kind of smell to it because it's like a very fresh smell.
Yeah, it's
nice.
It is. Nice and bright.
A little zippy. Ooh, that's weird. Wow, but in like a good way. It's
I
sort
get
of
some cherry on the palate too, dude. I am.
So this cherry for me is a little different than A. I feel like A is a little bit more of a fresh, wild cherry, whatever.
Granted.
D gives me like a little bit more of a medicinal feel. I feel like some kind of herb in there or something. Mm-hmm. Like something you might mix up in a little pestle or a mortar and pestle kind of deal.
Pestle? Yeah, all right.
Man, it's like right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't give you what I'm thinking.
I like that all the way around. That's really nice. And there's a hint of caramel in there. There's a little bit of cherry in there. And Trenton's really, I know you get some weird stuff going on sometimes, dude, but that, when he's the whole herb thing and the mortar and pestle thing,
yeah,
I'm digging that note.
I haven't had many life experiences, but if I was sitting around like a chef and they were going to town on a what's the shaft part or the thing you crush it with? Is that the pestle? I think
Is
that's
that the pestle or the mortar, honey?
Well, I'm gonna call it the pestle. I'm gonna call it the pestle for this one. It
I'm sure we'll be corrected.
Oh, I'm sure we will. It exhibits a very an earthy, herbally kind of vibe.
I love
to
it though.
But it's like a crisp, refreshing too.
Yeah, and it really makes for a nice, solid sip. It's very well balanced.
You ever had that ginseng and honey Arizona tea?
I have not.
It's kind of like that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really good.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure,
I like
you're
it.
a pretty big Arizona fan. Right? No, Arnold Palmer? Almond Palmer?
Yep, Arnold Palmer light. Every once in a while, if I'm really working up a sweat, yeah.
You need to smell E right now.
Okay, I'm on it.
Before the aromas escape
Okay,
entirely.
I'm on it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's pure sweet caramely vibes.
Yep. Caramely goodness, sweet caramel. Caramel vanilla chews, just like that one you're throwing.
I know, that's what I was thinking too. What's this middle part?
Vanilla. That's your vanilla cream in there.
Ugh.
With the caramel on the outside. Are you kidding me? That's
Texture,
good.
that's awful.
That's good. Yeah, you the caramel on the outside, the caramel on the outside is kind of chewy, but then you get to that vanilla inside, it's a little pasty.
I'm not trying to chew on toothpaste, man. Come on.
I'm just giving him. I know what trips his trigger on his.
It's like Bet used to have these like peppermint taffies that had like a little Christmas tree in the middle, and it was like a dark maroon on the outside, kind of like a spearmint, but it was chewy. And at first, I was really excited because she had candy. So I popped 2 in my mouth. I was like probably 4 or 5 years old. It was awful. It was like eating a toothpaste. I was like, oh, sweet. A little Christmas tree. It's probably pretty good.
I won't tell her you said that.
That'd be fun. Yeah, please don't. She'll yell at me.
Yes, she will.
She's a little feisty old lady.
Yes, she is. All right, buddy. Let's see what we got on the palette to eat.
I don't know, man. You tell me what you get. I feel like I've been talking a lot this one.
Solid brown sugar goodness. That's about all I get on that. Sweet brown sugar.
Is that
through
what
and
that
through?
is? Okay.
Through and through.
Interesting. Okay.
For me.
This is gonna be tough.
I think for the first time we may disagree some here. It's really surprising, and I promise you, Trenton and I would never agree if we didn't truly agree. It just wouldn't happen. So,
all right. Well,
I have a feeling on this one we may be a little bit separate.
I can tell you for sure. I'm not taking out A.
Oh no.
I'm not taking out C.
No, absolutely not.
And I got to figure out which one's coming out first, because I feel like B, D, and E kind of ride a similar profile, ride a similar line.
Okay.
From what I can remember, I didn't write down anything for B or D, so to me that's kind of telling me that maybe these aren't quite what A and C are.
I like that. Well, I already know mine. My order. Believe it or not.
Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Oh God! Oh my. Yeah, just punched me in the face. Okay, for me, going back. Sorry, I forgot to taste E. So for me, if I was taking one out, B is a little bit flat in terms of the, I don't know, the flavor journey, we'll call it the flavor journey.
Okay.
It's really good, but the flavor is a little bit flat compared to these. Like you get a nice kick that comes from the proof. This one, which is B, I'm not getting that kick that these other ones are coming with. So for me, I would take out B first.
Okay. Let me ask you a quick question. You know what's coming out next for you?
For me, it would be E or D.
All right. Well, for me, I can tell you this. My first one out is going to be E.
Oh, no. The finale.
I know. My second one out, honey, is going to be... Give me 1 second. For me, it's going to be B or C. My second one out.
What? Holy
Did I say that correct? No, my bad. B or D. B or D.
Okay.
My bad.
I know our palates are different, but man, I was like,
Woo! Gotta smack me around a bit.
a little bit.
I'm too old to fight you now. Wrestle you.
Nah. You could mess me up if you wanted to.
Okay. I've told that story. Last time I wrestled one of the kids was Kyle. Yeah, that's when I decided I shouldn't be wrestling the kids anymore, man. He hurt me. I did not make it look like it did, but the boy hurt me.
My fourth place would be E.
All right, honey, my fourth place is going to be B.
Okay, so not terribly.
We flipped that. That's all.
Well, I don't know about for you, but for me, the next choice is kind of an easy one. I would bring out D. Would be my third place.
Same here, but I liked it.
I didn't.
It just doesn't stand up to A and C. A and C are just otherworldly at this point.
Yeah.
I liked this sip though. I really did. D. I liked them all actually, but this one, it hurts me a little bit to pull it out. But it's just these two are just that good for tonight, anyways. So I need to mark that down too. But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know exactly. Usually I kind of have an inkling of an idea of what I might be tasting. And I don't know if it's because it's late in the evening and I've just had enough of today and I want to go to bed. But
you've had a hard day.
Yeah. But I don't know what any of these are. Like even, I'm thinking I might know one, but past that, like, I think honestly the big thing for me is like I drink Blue Note quite a bit.
Okay.
And I drink our pick quite a bit, but I also drink all these other ones quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
So it's like it's a tough one. But I'm not trying to pick the one that I want to win.
Hey, just try to be like me and focus on whatever you feel is speaking to you tonight.
Yep.
That's what I do.
All right, I'm gonna go back to
I
A.
don't mess around with trying to figure out which one's which. That's just silly.
I like to win, mostly because I never do.
All right, well, A to me, Trent, still has that beautiful cherry on the nose.
I want to marry this, whatever it is. And I know Michelle's going to watch this. I'm sorry, honey. But, oh my God. It's such a cherry bomb, man. Oh my God.
It's beautiful. It really is. And I already know a little bit what I'm going to expect on the sip on C, and it's so different than the two.
That's the thing.
This one here is delicate, a little bit more delicate, with a little bit of caramel, a beautiful cherry note. There's hardly any oak at all in A.
Honestly,
really. I mean, there's not a lot of oak presence. A little toffee in that last sip of A too. As a supporting character to that
I know mine.
cherry note.
No pressure or anything, but I got mine.
So do I.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Who's going first?
I don't care.
Who should go first, Mom?
You.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
They're both incredible.
Mm-hmm.
However, tonight I'm really digging the viscosity and just all around what A has to offer. For me, C is just a little bit too spicy for me tonight, and A is just hitting every box that I could check and then some for a bourbon. You're not going with A.
No, it's just difficult. I mean, honestly, right now I could flip a coin. You know, I love both. To be honest with you, I really, really do.
Yeah, I mean, C's really good, but A is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make. I already made my case. I don't want to influence you at all. I mean, I know I wouldn't, but.
No, I'm kind of glad your mom chose you because I was a bit undecided. I just don't understand sometimes. What are you doing right there?
My armpit itches. I could either chicken wing it or I could just go full send on the pit and give it a little itch. I don't know what you want me to do.
Sometimes I just don't.
I got other things I got to itch too. You're lucky I'm not doing what I just did with the armpit. Full send in front of everybody. God, now this one itches. Man, now I feel like it makes.
I just can't. Boy, I honestly, I know because I'm perplexed, and I'm really torn.
Do we need to take a brief recess?
Yes. Give me 1 second, and I'll be right back with you. This is so hard.
I feel like you already know what you want to do.
I think it.
I feel like you know. I'm gonna leave this bit in. I'm gonna leave this bit.
You
in
are
here.
gonna.
I'm gonna leave it in.
It's
here.
just.
I don't want to invoke any controversy.
There's none. There's really none. I mean, honestly, there is no controversy. The problem for me is Trenton, and I could really flip the coin here. Trenton's right. This one's a little bit more spicy, but it's a beast. Am I saying that correctly? Trenton C is a beast. This one reaches up and just grabs you by the throat and says, "Hey, I'm bourbon."
Oh yeah.
This is what I am. I'm bourbon.
Well, let me say this.
But
if I have an inkling that A is a little bit less proof than C, so if A is a higher proof than C, go to your local store if you can and buy every single bottle, because this drink, to me, this drink's like 110.
Well, on the other hand, A is such a delicate, lovely sip. It has the cherry, a little bit of toffee. It's the whole Coke Zero.
It's elegant.
It's elegant.
It's like Mom.
And the problem is, honestly, on this one, I really thought Trent and I really thought he'd pick C. Okay, but my pick is A as well, honey. And I guess I'm perplexed because I really thought we'd be different. And I'm trying to maybe go with C just because I want to be different, at least on one. But my pick at the beginning was A as well. And that's where I'm at with it. So I'm not going to go away from what.
And you shouldn't.
I wouldn't be truthful if I picked C, but both of them are fantastic. You flip a quarter and it would be fine.
All right. Are you ready?
So that's that.
Can I make one guess?
Sure.
Here we go.
It'd be my first
Here
out.
we go.
It's my first out.
Your first out
Was B.
was B.
My guess is that's E.H. Taylor small batch.
You're correct.
Okay. It's a good pour, and I don't have anything against
It's
it's just a little on the flat side.
B, honey?
That is B.
Wow.
So that was Kirk's fourth. Trenton's fifth.
And I'm surprised too, because I usually get a Buffalo Trace 5, but from this tonight I wasn't.
Yeah, you
interesting.
usually are pretty good about picking out Buffalo Trace too.
So then we had Trenton's fourth. Kurt's fifth was E.
Mm-hmm.
And that's our pick.
We beat E.H. Taylor. Hey, I'll take it.
You did it.
Not for
I did
her.
it.
Oh, shame.
But that just hurts me to the core right there. Hurts me to the core.
Which one was that? 120.3 proof.
Yeah.
Which one? E?
And that's my blend.
Dude,
Unbelievable.
these are heavy hitters though, man.
I know, but still. Shame. Shame on me. Right there.
All right.
All right, babe.
Moving on.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Third place, you both were the same, and that was
Okay.
D.
D, yep.
Maker's Mark DNA.
Wow. That's shocking.
Are you sure?
I am positive. I double check these when I pour.
That throws off my entire lineup that I. What?
So wait a minute, honey. This is
D is third place for both of you.
and okay, D, right, babe?
Wow. Shoot.
Son of a biscuit eater.
Wow.
Solid. I mean, I like it.
I would have.
I told you when I was putting it out, I was like, I love that sip. But
I would have bet you $100. No. I'd have bet you $1,000.
well,
that
you know what's going to happen on this last one, don't you know? You know. You already know.
That would be correct.
I am dumbfounded.
I
at
did
the
not
moment.
think any Buffalo Trace was going to make it in the top two.
So first place, Weller Antique.
What?
97.
No.
It's amazing. I mean, tonight it hit the spot. It hit the spot tonight. I mean, it did. It hit the spot. I when you do blinds, you just never know. And you can do them over again next week and have a different lineup. You truthfully can. I had a feeling this one was the Elijah Craig, and I really was, my innards was pulling towards it, but I couldn't be not truthful. And tonight, this one here was the sip that I was drawn to.
That makes a lot of
can I
sense.
say?
That makes a lot of sense. It being a weeder and being a little bit more delicate, elegant, however you want to say it.
Sure.
But Maker's Mark, also a weeder.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, I kind of take back what I said about going to every store and buying the shelf, because unfortunately that's a hard one to come by.
Well, I will say this. The patrons have done a wonderful job.
This has been a lot
They
of fun.
threw us for a complete loop without question. So I would have gave you $100 if this wouldn't be the final lineup.
I'd have given you 1,000.
And it just it blows my mind. So
Trenton, what do you think?
Great job.
It would have been?
Honestly, I would have thought it would have been like probably like this for me.
yeah.
Because I know like we do picks. I'm not gonna lie how good I think our picks are. I think these three, in my opinion, are going to be substantially better than most picks will be able to do.
We also have to keep in mind this is a $40 bottle.
That is true.
You know what I
but
mean?
this is as well.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I told your mother. I thought one of these two would be fighting for first place. That's what I told your mom.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
I told your mom that one of these two would be fighting for third and fourth, and I thought this would be last. That's before everything started, and of course, that's nothing to what it came out to be.
If we have a pick that we do that's better than the H. Taylor small batch, I'm fine with it.
It's good.
It's good.
Yeah, there's
Anyways,
no doubt about it.
Wow. Yeah, I would have thought that this would have been the matchup. But
I know we can talk about it for the next 15 minutes because
we will on the live stream tonight.
Yeah,
so.
we will. Don't miss it. 8 o'clock tonight, live stream. I've got to pencil it in. Trenton, you ready for this? I'm shocked, but here's our master list for Justin. Antique 107.
Wow.
Going into the finals for the final 8 bottles that'll be in our bracket tournament tonight. 8 p.m. Central Time. Don't miss it. It's always fun, anyways. It'll be a hoot. That's for sure.
I'm gonna have to put my sweatbands on, my headband, my tank top.
We'll be ready.
We'll be good to go.
Just don't be scratching your armpit, but
I will. It'll be worse with a tank top on. Trust me.
Oh, help us all. All right, that's all we got for you today. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time. Right down here with Trent and I in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.